Bryce.
Absolutely.
We're actually a couple of Missouri boys. We're going to be going over one of my rigs today on STM Customs.
Absolutely.
All right, Bryce, so why don't you tell us what we got here?
Here we've got a pretty fairly stock looking 1992 Ford Ranger pickup.
Bullshit!
I mean, well, other than the stickers, you know, that's 15 horsepower.
Yeah.
Got the old yeeter beater up there because she's been yeeted and beated for a long time. And we got the reckless money because, well, we just can't scrap it. We just have to keep building it.
So, what's the story behind this truck, Bryce?
I actually traded a truck for this truck a long time ago. I bought a 1983 F350 two-wheel drive dually pickup for $500 out of the field. And I owned it for about a year and never messed with it. Didn't know actually anything about cars or motors. And I had a guy drive by one day. He was sitting at my buddy's house. He goes, "Hey, you're talking to my buddy. He wants that truck." He said, "I got a little Ford Ranger." He said, "I'll trade you for it." And my buddy told him that it's not my truck, but my buddy that owns it, he might go for it. And well, I guess we did.
So, she's looking a little stock. What's going on with her?
Well, we got some stock weight reduction inside here. If you want to look, most of the dash is still missing. Most of the stuff we've got done to this is actually internal right now. We did a motor swap on it. I blew it up about a year ago. Why not, you know, eat it and beat it. But I'll show you that. Got to pop the old hood latch and
Got the old license plate zip tied on.
get the old hood stick. You know what I'm saying? Also a beater stick if you need it. Take it out, smash somebody's fingers, and beat them with a pipe. So here we've got our slightly non-modified 2.3 SVO motor out of a Fox body Mustang or so. We've got our custom intercooler made by a friend of ours. No air filter because, you know, that just reduces horsepower, okay? It's a stock 2.3 wiring harness and computer. Don't even know what the alternator's off of, but we made it work. And it makes about like no power at the moment. We did take her to the drag strip.
How'd that turn out?
Well, I'll show you the intercooler pipe we was using at the time. Carried around just in case. And well, Colby knows what this is. You want to tell him what it's off of?
That there is the old radiator hose off of my 65 Chevrolet RV.
And it fit over the turbo, right? But this end, you had to push it into the intake. Well, it kept blowing it out after about half throttle. But half throttle, it will run a 17.3 and a quarter mile. We found that out. Stock trans. We got
What kind of transmission are you running?
5-speed. Stock 5-speed Ranger transmission. Along with the ECU and the wiring harness that's, well, chopped up. But we've got plans for it.
What kind of plans you looking at?
So we're gonna go with an actual wiring harness. I'm gonna buy parts car probably. We're gonna put an actual SVO wiring harness in it with an actual computer so it runs right. And we'll go with a full intercooler. I'm gonna do a aftermarket exhaust and high flow intake with a little bigger injectors. Maybe we get a little more boost out of her, a little more power. If the tranny doesn't hold up, I've been doing some research. They claim you can put a transmission out of a Mustang, out of like a 5.0, and they will actually bolt to these with the right bell housing. So we'll see if we eat it or beat it, I guess.
All right. You running any kind of special exhaust system for your turbo here, or?
Okay, so yes, we do. We've got a very special exhaust system here. It goes right down through here, right back here to the old turbo whistler pipes. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It is a straight pipe off of, what was this truck, an F-150 or F-250?
It was an 89 F-150.
Well, we took it off there, kind of shortened her up, slapped her on, and, well, it works.
Well, how loud is that turbo?
Well, I'll show you if it'll start. So we'll go to the inside of the cab here, where it's very messy, but that's okay. Like that radio?
That's the best radio mount I've ever seen.
Oh yeah. So you gotta reach your hand over here in the dash, turn that old fan on, you know what I'm saying? Don't want it to overheat. Might have to cycle it a few times. Got a whopping gauge set up on it from the stock gauge cluster. We can see about how much gas is in it. That's about it.
Well, is there any other kind of fun things you might want to show us about the old Ranger?
Not too much. You know, the door doesn't open from the inside, but you know, it's a Ford. One day we are going to do wider wheels, a bumper kit, maybe a little bit of a lower front and rear bumpers. The old mirror here, this is what we call the aerodynamic mirror. So you turn it around like this.
Everybody say hello.
And when you go to pass somebody, you got to turn it like this. See, it's got that cone shape.
That give you them aerodynamics.
And it also gives the passenger, the guy in the right lane that you're passing, to look at himself and go, that guy's slow. But other than that, no, we ain't got much to it right now. But we will in the future. We'll be uploading the videos on here. Kind of go through everything I do, and well, that's about it, I guess.
Well, if someone wanted to come and find the future build videos, where would they go to find all that?
So we've got a couple of social media platforms. We've got Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I do have a Snapchat for it, and we got, well, the YouTube channel. And they're all under some sort of STM Customs. So it might be STM_Customs or just STM Customs, or as in the YouTube channel, STM_Customs 22.
Absolutely. Well, we're hoping to see more builds going on here. I know you've got a couple other builds we're gonna have to check out in a later video.
Yeah, I've got a couple of Chevys. One of them's a maybe build. The other one is getting built for LTN next year, where we are actually both going. That truck's going, and hopefully this truck. And it's a little different. It's gonna be a little taller. It's a 1979, but we'll go over it in another video. And I've got a car that I don't know what I'm gonna do with. Maybe you guys can give me some ideas on what I should do with it. It's an 85 Celica Supra, and we'll go over that in another video as well.
So for those people that might not understand what you're saying when you say LTN, why don't you kind of describe what that is for everybody?
So LTN is Lifted Truck Nationals. It's down in Jay, Oklahoma at, what off-road park is that?
That is Mid-America Off-Road Outdoors.
Which is a really awesome park. We went out there this year. Of course, I drove this thing. We got it done like a week before I went. He took that one. We wasn't really ready for it, but we did go. The off-road park is amazing. Y'all should go there next year, which we'll be there. I want to see some fans there. But yeah, LTN's really nice. They've got any kind of lifted truck you could think of. Four-wheelers, ATVs, UTVs. I want no lifted dirt bikes, but maybe we can come up with something, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Well, thank you for telling us about your Ranger today, Bryce.
Yep.